Decolonizing beauty is the theme of this particular exhibition. We get a very rare moment to spend some time with Sadi Kali, who's actually the photo evangelist behind the whole exhibition.
Fear for your life from prejudice and stereotype. We're all alike. Smoke, drink, cause fight all day and night. Yeah, right. There's killers in the midst.
I'm creating other things. I'm working with a band called Marabele, so we've been moving around stages in the country, just putting out, music from what is potentially an album called Marabele Republic.
This is the first exhibition of Sadi Kali's work in South Africa.
It took me time for me to be able to go in there, yes, and Fishane, because I was like thinking, how are people going to look at me?
It's like going to Japan or China or Korea to get noodles,
Decolonizing beauty is the theme of this particular exhibition. We get a very rare moment to spend some time with Sadi Kali, who's actually the photo evangelist behind the whole exhibition. He's going to be the very person who's going to be sharing his concept of what he has come to coin phototherapy. This is what we're going to be viewing with him inside. This is an actual attempt to try change our perception of beauty, or the conventional idea of beauty rather. So let's go inside and have our perception change forever.
Yo, man, can I please have your photograph? Sure. Oh, man. It's good to see you, man. I haven't seen you since the Durban shoot, man. You guys are all over the country. I'll wear one more for good luck.
Good evening, everyone. Dumelang, Sanmonani, Aksheni, Have I covered all my bases? Thank you so much for coming through tonight and for sharing this amazing experience with us. I see this as a very historical moment because this is the first exhibition of Sadi Kali's work in South Africa. It was so refreshing to come across Sadi's work for obvious reasons. You know, the man makes you feel so good to be black, to be female. And I celebrate you, Sadi. Thank you so much for bringing that to us. And if you look at every single one of his pictures, the common denominator is that love that is encapsulated in every single photo. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I would like to introduce Sadi to the platform. Please give him a very warm round of applause.
Thank you, thank you. Thank every one of you for coming out. Please give yourselves a round of applause for doing that, because there's a bunch of people who stayed home today. Okay. So first and foremost, I want everybody in here to know that every picture you see on the walls and back here behind me are clients. This is just one person creating a venue for you to step into your fear and face it and say, I'm going to announce my beauty to the world. I'm going to look at myself without all the crap that I've packed on top of it, and I'm going to see me. And maybe because I shot it, I think it's all beautiful, you know. But I think the truth is we are all beautiful.
What is the driving force behind using photography in this particular way? It's such a tool.
I think we are all affected by images in such a profound way. Every time we drive down the street, we see these pictures of ourselves that somebody took showing us something, and we believe it. It makes us buy cigarettes, it makes us buy liquor or perfume or whatever. But more often than not, we don't see images of ourselves that make us feel good about ourselves, that make us think more about being better in the world. And so I figured I could use a camera and show you images of yourself better than you might believe yourself to be. And not better than you are, but more often better than if you only look in the mirror and look for the bad stuff. I can show you that the bad stuff is not bad at all. You know?
That's a beautiful perception, man. So I just wanted you to just explain the concept of phototherapy, like in the sense where if I'm receiving the art, what is initially what you want to do? How do you want to affect me with this phototherapy? The end result, I'd say, like the ultimate to the whole thing. Because you kind of answered my question.
Yeah. Well, I believe how you see yourself is how you be in the world. So if you feel like you're not a winner, then you move like a loser. If you feel wonderful about yourself, then you move like a winner. So sometimes I can try to show you pictures of everybody else to say you're a winner, but I can also show you a picture of you, and you're like, wow, man, look at me, I'm powerful, I'm strong, you know. And then you show it to other people, and they say, wow, you're powerful, you're strong, and that reinforcement begins to seep into you, and you believe that instead of believing all of the other stuff that people make us believe. So sometimes I think we just need to be shown our actual selves instead of being shown what other people believe of ourselves or what people use against us to keep us down or things like that. So, you know, it's basically honesty. It's basically showing you
Yeah.
with nothing else, nothing to hide behind, no car to lean on and act like, haha, I got this car. No, you fool without none of that. You know, but you have to see it in yourself first.
So what would you say is the most challenging thing when you're not feeling happy, or you're not feeling good, or you're not feeling... Because I suppose to a certain degree you need to feel good in order to...
Well, every day is a choice. Every moment we have the opportunity to think of the negative or to think of the positive. Every event is something to overcome, and I have a lot of things to overcome. You know, there are always things in my way that I have to surmount. There are always days where I don't feel as good because I'm giving this to people. People aren't necessarily giving this to me. But I decide that I can write my own story. And I want my story to be one of victory. I want my story to be one of joy. And so I choose joy. I look for things that bring me closer to peace as opposed to further away from it. And so, you know, it's day to day. You know, it's not like, oh, I'm just here and I'm good and I'm just walking and every day you see me. No, it's not that. It's like I have to work hard, and I'm working on other people's behalf, and then I have to work on my own, so it's doubly hard. But I was raised on black people who affected the world, and so I could compare myself to the people who failed, or I could always aspire to be as powerful as the people who won. And that journey feels good. I grew up without a father. My father wasn't around since I was 2 years old. And I felt like there would be so much more if I had a man as an example. So I have an image called Carrying the Weight of His World, where it's a man with his pregnant wife's belly, and he's holding the belly over her head, over his head, and he's just smiling and laughing with glee. And it looks like he is so pleased to be a father. And I think we need to see more men so happy to be dads. We're often shown, deadbeat dad, absent dad, all of this stuff. But we need to see a father being overjoyed that he has babies on the way, So that one speaks to me loud, and I just think it's a striking image as well. So it works. Yeah. I'm currently at work on my coffee table book. I have a documentary that I'm working on. I am rebranding my whole thing so that I'm not doing as much one-on-one photography, but doing lectures and trainings and workshops and things of the sort as well. So I just want to take it bigger, man. One man can only do one thing. I need a team now. I need a team, and so I'm building my team so that I can take this into the future. Well, the best place to find me and so much of my work, and I'm there daily, is Facebook. I have a fan page called Sadi Kali Photos fan page, and it's I post work on there almost daily. I share some of my feelings and emotions on whatever is pressing at the time, and I respond and speak with people who write me personally. So that's a great place. Also on Facebook is Sadi South Africa Tour, and because this is my third time in South Africa, that page has become a recurring place that I'm always going back to work on the next visit. So that's also a perfect place to find me. Yeah,
Great. Thank you so much.
glad.
Angithi wena uthe ungowami, angithi wena uthe ngingowakho, sekwenze njani dala usafoni, sekudlula amaviki ngingakuboni, ayanda sithandwa sami, sengingaze ngibe ngaphandle kwakho, awusacabanga nangomntwana, ngoba naye udinga umama eduze kwakhe. Na 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 na. I still dream about you and me, and sometimes I think we're gonna be right. What happened to the dreams about you and me? Why did you just give it up? Ndixabene nomama ndisamboni, ndikhethe wena phambi kwakhe awusasoli, nabangani bami bonke abasakholwi, bathi kimi kungcono ngilandela bola yami, mara ayanda sithandwa sami, sengingaba yini ngaphandle kwakho sithandwa sami, awusacabanga nangomntwana, ngoba naye ufuna umama eduze kwakhe. I still dream about you and me, and sometimes I think we're gonna be right. What happened to the dreams about you and me? Why did you just give it up? I still dream about you and me, and sometimes I think we're gonna be right. What happened to the dreams about you and me? Why did you just give it up? I still dream. What happened to the dreams about you and me?
I know why I'm here today, but I'd like to hear from you why we are specifically here today and how you and Sunny got together.
Okay, well, I saw Sadi Kali's photos on Facebook and I was so blown away. I was blown that I started following him and I started looking at the other photos and I thought they were exquisite. And we basically started talking. I asked him, more about the stuff and he said, why don't you move into South Africa? And that was it. Started working on bringing him here. I started getting clients. I basically became his manager, promoter / host in South Africa. And this is his third time, and we've finally been able to put together this expression. Very interesting.
It's beautiful. Thank you for that. So what do you specifically do? What is, other than obviously being Sunny's
manager? I have a company, Debbie Creations, and we're an event management company, but I look for creative ways that artists empower people. what they use, how they use their artistry to make people feel good about themselves, make people have pride in their identity, but more specifically African people. So I thought, this is an interesting way. This is a different angle in that it's an American who's doing it, but ultimately the thing is the same. Ultimately, the outcome is the same. That people feel good about themselves, they feel empowered. So that's what I want to do. So I always want to invite artists to show me and show us and show different people how to empower themselves through the arts.
Amazing. And your vision, how are you planning, or where are you planning to take it on sort of a broader spectrum? Because I believe everybody needs to have a chance to experience this.
For me to work so hard to bring Sadi Kali to South Africa each and every time is because I had a phenomenal experience with my photo shoot. I had a nude photo shoot. It's so daunting at the thought, but it took me through such a process and such an empowering process that I feel it's something that so many people need, and I believe in that so intently. I believe that the experience is so important that most people should experience it. I would love to see Sadi Kali, see South Africa, see Mpumalanga, see Cape Town, see Durban, see Bloemfontein, see all sorts of people from all spheres, from the village up to the city. It doesn't matter who you are, you need to see yourself beautiful again. You need to accept who you are. You need to not to stick to some sort of definition that's outside of ourselves, saying that we're beautiful. The title of this exhibition is called Decolonizing Beauty, and this is what we need to do. We need to redefine for ourselves. We need to decolonize what the definition of beauty has been for, in South Africa, in Africa, or as black people, under general. And we need to, see for ourselves, decide for ourselves what it is. And I want to see that. I want to see that happen in South Africa. I want to see that happen in Africa. I want to see Sadi Kali go to Kenya, go to Botswana. I want to see him go to Zimbabwe. I want to see him go to Angola. In Angola, there's a lot of people, they call them the lighter skinned people are better than the darker skinned people. They don't want to speak their own language. They only want to speak Portuguese. What is all that? We need to unpack all of that. And that's a lot of history. And this is one step. It's a very tiny drop in the big ocean of the kind of problems that we have as a people. But this is one step. This is something that makes a difference. Because if you make a difference one person at a time, eventually you'll get there. So this is our vision. This is where we want to see, his work. As much as it is about the man, because it's his eye and it's his work and it's his, it's his artistry. The movement itself, it's a movement piece. It should actually spiral and it should grow beyond. He doesn't mind sharing because what he started, other people can pick up and continue with it.
Beautiful. So, how do we get a hold of you if we are trying to create this ripple effect to literally go global?
Ripple effect, go global. Let's see ourselves people get it. Debbie Creations. Debbie.co.za, but my email address is debbicreations@gmail.com. debbicreations@gmail.com.
Great, thank you so much for the insightful experience.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So, the experience yakho lana benjani, and how did you get it? Why did you come?
I came here because I get to come to an exhibition and already I had my expertise because I knew what I was getting myself into, being a groupie, and as a person who is a healer, for me it was important for me to see these pictures because it talks about the peace within, indlela abahamba ngayo, ukuthi, sonke sinemizimba ehlukene, and it's important for us to embrace and enhance and love and just, sibuke sizithande the way singakhona. So for me it was like that love that grows inside that inner place of just, embracing who you are, no matter how many baggages you have in your body, you can just still have because you can't give somebody else time. Time starts within. So it doesn't matter the shape of the body, it doesn't matter anything. The scars and everything. And especially I understand what they're going through because I saw some of the pics, people with scars and everything. It took me time for me to be able to Goginte, you know,
Fishane.
yes, and Fishane, because I was like thinking, how are people going to look at me? How are they going to? Because every time I get people will start looking at me and say, "Ukwasobani." They didn't even think it was a car accident. So for me to be, it's a healing process as well.
So would you say the experience of Fika Kolana today, what were you able to take away with you from the experience as a whole?
It was just I think it's just taking away a part of me that was just there and I never embraced it, and to package it and to take it, to say no matter somebody said can I live something and yasaba because you're thinking about the person saying me and everything, but it's just for me to look at myself and to look at me that woman who's bigger than me, that woman who has scars and everything, had to take that picture naked and everything. It was a healing process for her, and then it's a healing process for me to be able to embrace that who I am inside, to that inner peace, you know, because we all have our inner conflicts in our phakathi of uthando, of impilo yokuqhubeka, because you know it starts with you as men. When you look at somebody who's got a fuller figure and somebody who's and what the media has put umuntu omuhle ngakhona, you know, so masiyibuka you're thinking is he gonna love me the way ngingakhona and everything, but for now it's like it's to take that and say I have to embrace myself. Somebody who has to love me has to just come with these packages and just love me for who I am.
Thank you so much.
Brothers and sisters, I am Sadiq Ali, the photo evangelist, and I want to make sure that each and every one of you continue to watch Bush TV. It's the hottest place on the planet. Thank you.
Well, this is the end of it. We've had an incredible time with Sadiq Ali. It's the experience, phototherapy, and it should go global. Thank you very much. It's Njabula for Bush TV, signing off.
Tikenile esikhangeni ngababeka eqaleni njengokweni ekubeni umbongubhekise engalweni smile sibendleleni like penny kawushizitheni abondisikhofa simaletheni ngempande babulala kulamatsheni ngomthebakade into etyheli ngiyakuyokongayitheli ngane you say, come on. Yeah, Pumuka Betibamba. Since you can't push out to the telecasamba, Kapasina, Pumuka Betibamba. Since you can't push out to the telecasamba, Kapasina, Pumuka Betibamba. Steve Langa, that's a sort of process, that's a Nyaka. You lay a cloak, you lay a stream, while you're spreading on that. Natural Tama, they're picking some Imisa, Mobia Visa, sketching number, things around me. Somebody so colors of CTTs and it go. You know, without cash flow, everything is slow, there's no flow, you cannot wait to blow. You go, no one get it, that's the people. Because it's people in Hato, it's time to ban them people. Who come on the Palo, it's like the Buddha, but you're back to talk and I'm a people. No, for sure, there's no more with 2004. Open up his camera with authentic hardcore. That's him, I'm let you know. The big law, here Joe, this look what they cook, let's go, I go. In the test, flow, but we don't know, flow, you got to stress this, so. We're going to go, just melody, so, and I'm a car with something. Anybody go, I'm not going to go like it. Who let me be, like this, who the arm of body, the body, setting my thoughts to finish for sons in a city village, till I'm stressed free of this college of this one to live in the passed away in previous years. From Tesla, Rajab, Nick K, Nalani, Gonzalo. Yes, I'm going to call you and Iban Bengazolo. Some week for it, you got to some Pumet, Diana, so Rima, so Mata, so Kaba. Some of the things I hope this Krenaka. When they see the man, there's a kid in Amawaka. Sukumes, Gene, Azania, Sukuka, Okan. Collecting information to feed our nation. Hyper, place no clouds, cloud, attention, melanin, stop stars, perfect to visualize, when people cannot cope with the slides, the irritating accent is rise, and size, and switch your eye, it's getting shot, it's getting eyes, massage, quality, good to handle the rise, and make you notice, the one with the stars and flies, don't take plans, the promises, the lies, be wise, what you keep is what you get, shoot me with the contract, what us to say, we shut me the same gap, still we say I'm taking my skills, so they pay my bills, and I was not manipulating arts, put my energy to buzz, back to the essence, we are the kaya, since, you can't push on to get any kashamba, I was in our Tikumuka, then Timama, since, you can't push on to get any kashamba, I was in our Tikumuka, then Timama, since, you can't push on to get any kashamba, I was in our Tikumuka, then Timama, since, you can't push on to get any kashamba, I was in our Tikumuka, then Timama, then I let other example. Go get a whole family, play more fun, I can make it ready like come on, I can. I let you live and I live to learn. Striking balance like yin and the yang. Righteousness is all again. Amen. My people's well-being is my concern. I am a little closer doing what I can. I don't care even if the devil puts me in the field. I'll forever be deep with thee. I'm not stronger than on a roof. Even the young commander, they know my question. I have for the city. So slow. If you suffer from a teacher, the boys start to it, stop flying, my pulling a car, Sigati, my foot over the gas, and survive on the faith, the car, sing a whoopie, when you was cut to shine, shasha party, pulling a glass, sing a but on the petrol bomb, I'm focusing, smoke, make the solo pills like east, the snake needs to be at east. I ain't trying to preach out my name, shut up, I just want you to know, the slave is to let this thing in, the kiss up with the pandy. Who's up with the pandy? Sense, you can't push on to get any kashamba. A person I'm a number to get any number. Sense, you can't push on to get any kashamba. A person I'm a number to get any number. Sense, you can't push on to get any kashamba. A person I'm a number to get any number. Sense, you can't push on to get any kashamba. A person I'm a number to get any number. Sense, you can't push on to get any kashamba. A person I'm a number to get any number. Sense, you can't push on to get any kashamba. A person what am I saying? We can't!
From Bush TV. Like, no, my Bush TV. That Bush TV is hitting your screen there in your face. This is that time we're thinking about Ekseni. We are going to be giving you information. So it's my Nani from Bush TV who's about to present a show that is considering the youth, the youngsters, especially the young women. I am also a young woman. I've been through challenges. I've made stupid mistakes. But then don't worry, because Bush TV is going to be there for you. We're going to help you walk this path. How are you? Tell us.
Is a creator in the general sense. I mean, I work with creation. Ordinarily, you would call them performing arts. I work across poetry or stand-up poetry, if you like. I work with music. I work in the theatre as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so
you work with music. What kind of music?
Well, I pick up influences from all over the world, you know. So I haven't decided what kind, but yeah, I'm merely moving with the spirit.
So you get inspiration from the world?
Yes, I mean, the world inspires me a lot. I mean, people around me, the things I see, you know, inspire me. You have to be inspired if you live, especially in a country like this, you know. There are good and bad things, you know, but sometimes it's a problem when you see the bad things, you know, taking over. I mean, we have Marikana and Tristatani. Those things not only inspire, they provoke as well people to begin to raise questions about the state of things, in the country. So along these lines, my poetry and music flows.
Okay. You wrote a book?
Yeah, I have been working in the world of books as well. I first published Thy Condom Come. It was a collection of poetry. I think it was in 2000 before I picked up some grey hair. It's all good. It's all good. I celebrate my vintage.
Yeah.
And then there's also a book that I think it came out 2006, if I'm not mistaken. You can check the date. Outspoken. I was also putting together poetry, and then I was experimenting with the form of a short story. And then put together a film called I Like What I Like, which is basically drawn from a theatre piece that I was doing at the State Theatre. So I then went in conversation with a filmmaker called Jyoti Mistry. So out of that I Like What I Like, the film was born. And I think that's a film that has traveled, if you like, So I think it was a great sort of thingy, but history, if you like, but history is gone. we are here now, so I'm creating other things. I'm working with a band called Marabele, so we've been moving around stages in the country, just putting out, music from what is potentially an album called Marabele Republic. And out here I'm working with Azam, just doing some, or rather putting together pieces that we performed from I think a show around 2 weeks ago. So that's what I'm doing. So it's not about reputation, it's about what's gonna come out. Yeah, we'll see.
Okay. The books, are they out? Where can we get them?
Look, I've not published with mainstream publishers. My work is scarce in many ways, but I've seen that there's copies of Thy Condom Come. I don't even know who's selling them on the net, but these are some of the things that you encounter as an artist. People eat of your flesh, even as you are looking, but we're still standing somehow.
But what are you guys doing about that? Because it's your work and somebody's just copying it.
Yeah, look, the fight continues. Look, I've also had an album called Ruafela, with a thing called Black Eagle that's eating of my flesh as well, so, but it's all good. The eagle will fall one day.
Yeah.
So that's the thing, is we will still be standing, We can only take off a bit, but we've got thousands of things because we are born of creation.
Yeah,
they can't finish us. But there are also realities that we need to battle these things on a legal front, so that time is coming. Yeah.
Okay, so today we're here at the college. What are we doing?
What are we doing? I've been invited by Azza in his collective in a collaboration to put together music in a recording studio. And this music is essentially we're picking up from a show that we made, I think about 2 weeks ago in Sunnyside. So at the place called the Love House at Decock Street. A very suspicious connection of names, but let's skip that part.
Okay, you are really a poet, I can hear that.
Well.
So what can we expect from you? Maybe let's say in a year, or what can we expect from you?
Yeah, I think I'm working on the music with my band, and that's the music that I intend to release this weekend. For instance, at the Vets Theatre, I've got 2 days performing there, inviting a musician from Namibia, doing something called collaborations. It's I'm trying to build a network through the music that I make with other artists around Africa and elsewhere in the world who are keen to work in the kind of way that is free, that has no heirs of royalty or anything, but something that moves from the ground and shakes the ground and messes up with the top. That's essentially that. We are about creation, but our creation is about also posing a challenge to society. We're not just there to jump around. We have questions to raise about the way society is handled. So you realize that you have politicians working with symbols to give society an idea of what society means. So artists also work with symbols. So it's a battle of symbols. So that's why sometimes certain artists are silent, certain artists, will be there, jiving with the president. But that's all good,
Yeah.
Let them have a good time.
You just mentioned that this is a battle. Yeah.
Yes.
So what advice would you give to an artist like you? Because you said that you do work and then someone just takes it and publishes it. What advice would you give?
Look, I think, there are people who work in the legal fraternity who can be approached to handle these things, because I think it's difficult for an artist also to fight these things, because it's an emotional battle for some of us, because when we create, it comes from that place, in your core. And when people think that it's just things that they can take, it really messes you up. And I don't want to deal with anyone like that. I just look at them. I think they know people who own this stuff. I look at them and what can I do? I will fight it on a legal front when I'm ready. At this point, I just need to create. So I don't worry about such people. I think they're as good as for me dead.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it.
Rotten, rotten, yo, rotten. You know what though? Rotten, rotten, London and Jamaica. Rotten, why is it so rotten? Tony Rotten alongside man like Jamali, yo. Why is it so rotten? Original ghetto trooper for the people's army, yo. Why is it so rotten? My people don't ask Tony Rotten. How is it so rotten? My people love you forgotten. You don't need to be worried about what my name is or if I'm famous. You should be concerned if you're burning in Hades when fire blazes. Feel the fire, burn up your charts, burn up your playlist. Fire for them haters and fire for them fakers. Pump up the volume, wake the neighbors. Reg and raise it. All of the youth tonight they get to break the cages. It's been ages since you heard my style, but you know my style is rotten. You know rotten can't spoil yo. Enough artists rich trying to become rich. They ditch the 6 sense lyrics and chat bare foolishness. It's a only pun out and dropping from the bottomless. I'm dropping the program like a microfish. Check this. I'm still Thames Nick. Still dip on the brink. Still bang like pots and pans in your kitchen sink. Still don't stitch a whip. Still wreck. Still carry your stink. And I'm still rotten, so put it in print. Yo, yo. So rotten. So rotten. Right. My people love you forgotten. That it is so rotten. You know what though? My people love you forgotten. Why is it so rotten? My people don't ask Tony Rotten. How is it so bitter? Only the youth them inna the ghetto them a suffer. Before you ask why am I getting high like my blood pressure? Try looking into my eyes and see the world through my retina. Or step out in my boots and see just how far it gets ya. In a low budget area where the man is feeling inferior. Fear for your life from prejudice and stereotype. We're all alike. Smoke, drink, cuss, fight all day and night. Yeah, right. There's killers in the mist who share pipes and wear tights. There's healers in the mist who bear light and wear white. There's Jesus in the mist. There's demons in the mist. There's even them riding gorillas in the mist. Why am I so milly? Come on, Reggie, don't be silly. Get all red hot and chilly. And the burning in the city's your best mind star. Man, how you flash your lights off. Mind them SO19 snipers don't dim out your life chart. How much longer will this madness last before the youth realize, raise up and start the blast? Why is it so rotten? My people love you forgotten. That it is so rotten. My people love you forgotten. Why is it so rotten? My people don't ask Tony Rotten. Why is it so rotten? My people have you forgotten. rotten. It's getting diabolical. Enough of them are comical. All they wanna do is chronicle money, jewels, and tight abdominals. They ain't saying nothing new. All they do is copy you. Brothers and sisters, what's the world coming to? I'm public enemy number one, running true. Shut demon vanity and bonfire upon your crew. Just all the ras, wanna ramp with the formidable. Rotten Nostra, chopped up a proper untouchable. Death, London, I represent for all of you. West, east, south, north, and NW. The terrible terrorists here to bring trouble to. Phony MPs, chitchin' man, and bun up in boo. Bun them like barbecue, steam like green callaloo. Slew them and fry them like fish and festival. Don't make me vex with you, don't mess with my vegetables. Don't mess with my seeds, my weeds, or I'm getting you.
Why is it so rotten? My people have you forgotten that it is so rotten. My people have you forgotten. Why is it so rotten? My people don't act only rotten. Why is it so rotten? Yeah. My people have you forgotten. So rotten, yeah. So rotten, yeah. So rotten. Tony, Tony, Tony rotten. So help them, Lord. Show them, Lord. Help them, Lord. Show them, Lord. Help them, Lord. So blood thunder. The system is a vampire. Why is it so rotten? My people have you forgotten that it is so rotten. My people have you forgotten. Why is it so rotten? My people don't act only rotten. Why is it so rotten? Yeah. My people have you forgotten.
Hello, Karabo. That's your name.
Yes, it's one of my names.
It's one of your names. Where did you get the name?
I got the name in Limpopo last time.
You grew up in Limpopo.
No, I didn't. I've been living there for about 6 years almost.
6 years. Okay, that's nice and interesting. So today we are here. What are you doing here?
I'm gonna play the trombone. Play with Azar.
Okay. Okay.
I don't really know a lot about what's happening. They just told me to come and play. So
Okay. What kind of music do you play?
I kind of respond to the environment, respond to the musicians I'm playing with. Yeah, so if I'm playing with jazz musicians, I'll play jazz. If I'm playing folk music, I'll play folk. Yeah.
So you can play any kind of music.
Yeah, just those kinds of music. Yeah. I fit in where I can fit in as a musician, or I'm also a composer of music.
Do you have an album or song?
Yeah, I do.
Where can we get it?
It's not printed yet. Yeah, it's been recorded, but it can be downloaded online on the internet. Yeah.
How can you get it online?
It's on an independent site called Vibe Deck.
Vibe Deck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So today you're here. You're recording with who?
With Azam Pau.
Azum Babu.
Mm.
Okay, that's nice. Can we get it? Can we get you on the social networks?
Yeah, Facebook, I'm there. Yeah.
What's your name?
Joel Karabo Elliott. That's my full name.
Joel Karabo.
Elliott.
Joel Karabo Elliott. You've got nice names. Okay, thank you for your time. Do you play maybe at gigs or at shows? Where do you play?
Play around, you know. Just recently I was in Cape Town playing with a group called Naftali of the Royal Family. Which is kind of the trio, the vocalist, the guitarist, Usile, vocalist Naftali, myself on the guitar, trombone, and voice. I don't know when our next gig is. I haven't heard yet. But I know we're gonna play
festivals in Cape Town called Walking the Daisies in October. And that, yeah, we don't have any gigs lined up. You know, winter's a bit cold for live music.
So you're afraid of winter?
Not afraid. Not afraid, but I think we were really busy just now in Cape Town, so we're taking it easy for the next week or two. Yeah. I think at the end of August we'll be playing at African Freedom Station in Joburg.
In the next few years, where do you want to see yourself?
I don't really have a desire to see myself anywhere, actually. Yeah, I'll just take life as it comes, play music as long as I'm playing music, as long as I'm composing. I think as long as I'm inspired, that's the most important thing for me. As long as I'm based in a place and with people and with artists that inspire me, then I'm golden.
Thank you for your time and all the best.
Sama.
There you have it. Kikarab.
Today we're here at MND College, just doing some community service nyana. We're recording a live band, Yumo MND, for the students here for their project in the school and for our project too. So we've got the equipment and the space for free. So this is fun.
Just tell us who is
Yeah. Oh, I'm originally from PTA. I was born and bred in Atteridgeville.
So
Yeah, so they moved to Shwanguve, and I was working at Shwanguve, the inception of Shwanguve Community Radio. Same year with Soweto Community Radio, so I became a presenter, show producer, content producer, and I was working with local DJs like the famous JZD on my show specifically. And then, wanted some wings, moved to Joburg, did a crash course in sound engineering, and I got an internship at Downtown Studios, and things started happening, and I started recording the cream of the crop of South Africa, name dropping, well, name dropping, okay, but anyway, name dropping, short list. Mandoza's debut album, Zoltola Kanjani Hlelo Khoneni, Double HP's debut album, Johnny Nasbali Out Daily, Dok Shebeleza, Ebumnandini with Brown Dash, Tsipa, The Soil, Simpiwe Dana, Zulu Boy, Zagwe, so yeah, my own project, Deeper Tribes, before, back in the days, used to be Suspects with Professor of Kalawa. So the list is, so it's been a couple of 10 years of experience in the music industry, I'd say,
Wow.
So
amongst the people that you've produced so far, or just that person just stands out for you?
Sure. Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, art is art, you know what I mean? And music is music. Like me, I'm that type of a guy who plays any kind of music, at home, you know what I mean? Obviously, I get inspired by the likes of the late Mam Letambuli, the late Miriam Makeba, Brakefa Semenya, I mean, there's the people who actually gurued and pioneered our industry, especially internationally, working with the Quincy Jones, the Michael Jacksons of this world and stuff like that. And for me, the standout artist that I've worked with was Simpiwe Dana. Yeah, and I mean, the Soil. The Soil were another, I mean, for me, it was a new experience in meeting new acts. It's always exciting to meet a new act and work with that act and see the act growing and becoming this, talk of the city or the world or the country and stuff like that. I mean, working with Simpiwe definitely was like, for me, the benchmark and the highlight, the Soil, you know what I mean? And Zulu Boy was like, trendsetting, in terms of when it comes to hip hop and the way where I come from recording Double HP. When I worked with Zulu Boy, and then it felt much more. It felt like, yeah, this is real. This is South African. This is Kwaito. I grew up in the era of Kwaito. You know what I mean? So for me, every urban genre that we're doing as youth is Kwaito. Well, it's me. It's my opinion. You can say it's hip hop, but for me, it's Kwaito because it's based in Laikhaya. The language is Laikhaya, and the beat represents South Africa. So the only beat that I know represents South Africa best is it's Kwaito for me. You know what I mean? Hip hop. Yes, I mean, it's like going to Japan or China or Komela to get noodles, I'd rather get Komega maybe Melenkite or Shaitoalata. That's who we are. I mean, when I grew up, this is free for. But I mean, shine all the time. So that's the culture where I grew up in and all that. And I got inspired by a whole lot of people in my life. My family, my father, my mother, the life that I grew up, and the streets, you know what I mean, and which I hope the youth of today will be able to look back and not. I'm not saying they must leave Bophelo ba Khale and say, there's this norm, history this, history that. Yeah. But the truth is, history paved the ways to where we are today. You know what I mean? So we all, and they say the more things change, the more they stay the same. So it's just what we call innovation. Michael Jackson, he was, for me, Michael Jackson was like the best artist I've ever seen in the world for me, because he was like innovative in every way, and he inspired me. He
Okay.
used to be bad.
Okay, you just mentioned that you got inspired by family. How important is family to you?
Listen, family is everything. I mean, if you don't have family, you're like a leaf without a tree, you know, like a branch without a tree. You have to have, you know, the tree has got the stem and the roots, you know, so it means that when you are a leaf or a branch, you are a branch of something, you know, that's grounded. So family it's a very important thing in everything that I do, because it's not only that I do this for me, but it's their support, their love, and you know their undying love for me that keeps me going in this industry. You know what I mean? Knowing that this industry is not that formalized, but hey, trust me, I tried to formalize it, and I'm still formalizing it, and I think it's formal. And according to me, I've been successful as a sound engineer, as a sound engineer, as a producer in the industry, because of the way I look at it when I wake up in the morning. You know what I mean? It's my life. It's what I do. It's what I live. Yeah, sure, sometimes the money is not that good. Sometimes ups and downs.
But
Part
you
of
do
the,
what you love.
I do what I love, and for me, it's a career. And I still think there's still more South Africans who are going to come out of South Africa and be the best in the world. And obviously, we're going to need people like you. We're going to need the camera guys. We're going to need the producer. We're going to need the director and all those other people. If we don't create an industry, those people won't have jobs if that's what they love. You know what I mean? So for me, it's an industry. It's more about, you know, inventing.
Yeah.
Capitalist nigga, you know that book? I read some books.
Yeah. This industry. One thing I know, this industry is not easy.
Mhm.
What challenges have you faced, and what advice would you give to someone that they will look up to you?
Yeah, well, I mean, challenges. Firstly, the industry on its own is a challenge in terms of job placement and getting work and all that. And mostly say it depends on luck. I don't believe it depends on luck. I think it depends on the hard work. You know what I mean? You have to have foundation, man. You know, even if you are an artist or if you are a TV presenter, you're gonna do your small little DVD audition where you're gonna entice your clients with. So even with music, it's art. You know, you have to do something that will always be good to your ears and to other people's ears, and then don't give up. Because if you give up, then you'll never know the inevitable. So it means that you'll never know if you give up today, maybe tomorrow you're gonna be big or something like that. You know what I mean? Our industry needs entrepreneurs, because you have to think out of the box. You have to think business. You know, you can't think for a you can't just think for net or you know you're gonna just do this and then that's it. You have to see yourself as an entity. You have to see yourself as a business. So you have to treat yourself as a business as business etiquette. You know, financial advisory. You know, we as artists, we get big, we make a lot of money, and then what we do with it, we die Popeyes because we drank the money. We never had a financial advisor. We never had a manager. Your friends are just want to sponsor off you and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So you have to be an entrepreneur. You have to see it as a business more than it just being entertainment. It should be entertainment for the people there, but for you, it should be a business. You know, people should expect me to to act this way and all that way and all that. And hence, I think the Oskidos, the Spoon, the TKs of the industry, you know, they've actually made the industry, and they're still, you know, standing in this industry in these years. You know, even with the music doesn't sell, but Sahara went on to sell over 300,000 units. Hip hop doesn't sell. Hip hop doesn't sell. Zagwe proved that with his debut album he went gold. You know what I mean? And especially local lingo music that represents us. People always have this thing of saying, we're not trying to prove that we're African. Trust me, we know we're African. Yeah, we know. That's why we come out better when we try to be African. Because we try to be African, but we are African.
Okay. You know? Okay. So where can we get you on social networks, Facebook?
Yeah, well, not too hard though. at Mpodez, Dez spelled as D-A-Z-Z on Twitter, and Mpodez again on Facebook. On SoundCloud, actually you can just Google Mpodlahla and then you get a whole lot of links with my discography, my biography and stuff.
If Facebook, Twitter.
Actually you can go to Google and Google Mpodlahla, HLA, MPHOHLA. You get me there. You get my Facebook, what do you call it, handle. You get my Twitter handle. You get my discography, my biography, and you get me. And who knows? Maybe my phone number.
Who knows? Okay, thank you so much for your time.
Sure. Thanks, yo. Peace.
Muchege ko Facebook Mpodlahla. Thank you.
And the chopping of royal skirkop, the calm of Unam, sometime glory, sweeps towards us, the cracking of scum of the earth skull, anchors shape the slow motion of night and spooks with long knives out to poke eyes of Sirius.
We're here now inside Go Emende Studios. Kaufelo, Garabo, the artist that you met earlier, Badkota Honamo, and Mpo, the producer. I hope you learned, and because Lynn and I've learned. Those are not just artists, but people who give out to the community, people who entertain you. So look out for them and support them. For now, another Bush Babe, I'm out.
Produced by Trespass, featuring Quella Tenza, Sugar Smacks, Ricardo, Tito, Slickado, Blackson. Did I forget Mr. Selvin's commands in rap? Did I forget anyone else? No! Selvin's commands in rap. Give me low and get up, let them sin, yo. Up on rap, I never ever match up with the weak flows. Selvino, get up to Milo. So don't touch me, boys, or she's a Mino. I'm in this remix, I did it in 6 minutes. Cause in 6 minutes, my figures are 6 digits. I just figured, since Bricks is in it, now I'm shine on that rap, chicks are gonna feel it.
It's Tiro Minado, numero uno, Gambino, Yegero, Nino, Basino, Bavino, Banganim Sinto. Yabangena, Yembela, Vula, Nindela, Yashedela, Mawela, Magefela, Yenzimilimpo. Hala, Basita Nabamete, Batapilo, Husina, Pula, Kapalimete. Wana, Shigisha, Boribako, Shigisha, the Lubang Singapore. Slow down.
Sugar Smith. Kena rietsa fella wethu faka ikintu jino rengaza yetleta njengecheri siphethe kabi ngithi ziba ngenkani ephethe umntwana onganamali sisisika daso chicks
Basa on and off, njengo keswa se Eskom, bang busy generator cause I keep them tend on. Never know get platinum slow down.
Wasakhuphuka tunjalo ngishaye emadebeni ukhuthaza amajide makhone ngenza umsindo kanjani ngenza umsindo ngiphome namajide khona la esikhale ubekalo uja abantwana mabafika sithi khipha ama-snacks senzelani ukuthi sibone ukuthi imupho snacks and manje ngikwenza izinto ngibethe no-sugar smacks monomono usazodla amazipho ngoba una-naps ebafethu ngicela ukuthi sivule amabhuthi senzelani ukuthi sabe nabo-sister bagood abanayisi abaphila ngama-chicken and spice ama-rice abafit abo-sweetness and manje sithi sikithi sigqoka ama-boots isigubhu sithi kudlula i-goods uyabona mphethe uflexel ngithi siyakukadapha leskepse
awuflexa mskepsele vele anginandaba ukuthi uba nobheke emehlweni wosa awusise simokolweni ma ungagcwale ngalo msindo ngithi suke endleleni jesa emagenge sibanga umsindo or kanjani sure abantwana bagqwele ngathi or kanjani sure mantombazana agqwele ngami or kanjani or kanjani or kanjani amabhonus aphelile still senza umsindo cela ungihleka umphimbo it's the remix sirevampa njenge-hillbro highbo ushishinyana njenge-eyebrow I know ngihlale ngishisa njenge-milo we so fly siloku sibheja ngamaphiko iphathi yomhlaba nebikhokhe njengobliko asiphume efashionini njengempatho hey Frigo! Ile remix. Did I forget anybody? No, but you can join us. Remember, don't get platinum time. This remix, boy, you will find it slow down. It's some sin.